There is a dark side to the Pokemon trading card game, and we are witnessing it right now with Prismatic Evolutions. We've witnessed it before to a lesser scale, and we're going to witness it again over and over if nothing changes. In this video, I want to explore a few things. The first is corporate greed, and this is creating artificial demand and resulting in some unsavory practices that isn't the direct responsibility of the, say, Pokemon company in this situation, but it is having a trickle-down effect, and it is affecting you and me, the average consumer. First thing I want to talk about is corporate greed. So at the end of the day, the Pokemon company and their partners are businesses. They are profit-driven entities. They do not care about you and me as the consumer. They might say they do, but at the end of the day, they look for covering themselves. This is why insurances exist, and all they want to do is make money, and that is the primary goal of the business. Now, artificial demand is a key tactic used across the world in many industries. It's not just the Pokemon company, and it's not just the Pokemon TCG game. Without artificial demand, or demand in general, then there is no reason to supply. If you oversupply, no one will buy the product. It'll sit on the shelves, it'll go to rot, it'll get sold for clearance, and they will lose money. Retailers will lose money. But the degree of artificial demand we're seeing created is ridiculous. The Pokemon company has the capacity to print millions and millions of cards, but it seems like we're being heavily undersupplied. We were undersupplied with 151, which not so bad, not as bad as this. Surging Sparks also pretty bad. But the supply on Prismatic Evolutions just seems ridiculous. So these cards being printed in a limited quantity is creating a scarcity which typically didn't exist before when the demand for Pokemon cards wasn't as high. This forces both collectors and TCG players alike to feel the need that they need to buy to get the cards they need, whether it's to fill their collections or to get the cards they need to play the TCG. But there's nothing to buy. But why is there nothing to buy? Well, outside of the artificial demand, there are two more variables. The first one we'll talk about is scalpers. So everyone would have seen posts on Reddit, on other social media platforms that shall not be named. Scalpers, or people in the United States in particular, at Costco, at Walmart, taking pallets, entire trays of Pokemon cards, especially for the Sea and Sky boxes. You would have seen a middle-aged dad get elbowed in the head because the guy ripped them out of his hands and was trying to get them back for his son's birthday. Thankfully, he managed to get them back, and that's all being sorted, and we've seen posts and everyone's happy. The other guy, though, what an absolute arsehole. People are going crazy trying to get product. These scalpers will do anything they can to get money, to make a quick buck. And half of them, if you hear the stories on Reddit or anywhere else, don't even care or know about the Pokemon TCG. They don't know shit about the game. They're just there to make money. And that is absolutely infuriating for the average collector like you and me, who can't even go out and buy an ETB or some packs to open just for a little bit of fun, bit of leisure, and to maybe try get the cards we need for a deck we want to play. These scalpers are buying these products like the Prismatic Evolutions ETB and selling them for 1, 2, 3, 4 times MSRP. In Australia in particular, an ETB is about 79 Australian, which is probably around like 45, 50 USD. We are seeing them posted on Marketplace between $200 and $250. $79 retail for $200 to $250 for 9 packs. And some crap no one cares about because they've got so many energy cards, they've got so many dice, it just goes to landfill. But not only do we have to worry about scalpers in the physical world, we have to worry about scalpers running bots on websites to sweep the page, to order stock, whether it's pre-order or actual, as soon as they can, limiting us average users who are just there refreshing the page with F5 like honest people from getting any stock at all. In Australia, we didn't have to worry about Pokemon Center ETBs, but in America, you guys have the Pokemon Center stamped ETBs as well, which are gone in seconds because the demand, whether it's scalpers, whether it's just people all being there wanting them out of desperation, it's kind of the Pokemon Center ETBs are kind of a microcosmic representation of the wider issue. I mean, scalping is so bad, the Pokemon company has acknowledged this and asked retailers like Walmart, etc. to limit quantities. And you will see them say 2 boxes per person, which is fairly reasonable, but people will still take a pallet and they'll still scan them through. They don't give a shit. Then there's other stores who are like 10 boxes per person. 10 boxes? Who needs 10 fucking boxes of Sea and Sky? That's like 150 packs or something ridiculous. Like, they're obviously doing it to sell the product. And that is on the retailers in this situation. But where it gets worse with Prismatic Evolutions, the demand is so scarce that the market is perceived to be the scalped prices. So we have some not so honest retailers marking prices up and selling things at scalper prices. There are some retailers here in Australia selling them for $150 or $200 a box. The same price, scalpers are selling them on Marketplace, on eBay, wherever, which is absolutely ridiculous. This is a trickle-down effect of the corporate greed because now these guys understand they can make more money off this product. So instead of selling things at MSRP like they're probably meant to, they're selling them for way more. Then the honest retailers in Australia in particular, like Kmart, selling them for $79 for an ETB, which is retail, that stock is gone instantly because of the scalpers as well. And then all the average consumer can do is to spend money on the scalped product. This is meant to be a fun and enjoyable hobby. whether you collect it for your binder, whether you want to play the TCG. But unfortunately, between scalpers and retail establishments taking scalper prices and selling things at market, which is scalped prices, it's pricing the average player out, which is very sad. One of the things which does warm my heart is seeing posts about small TCG shops, small card stores who are actually offering to sell product at MSRP, but they will literally cut the plastic off so people can't resell them. Or they say, if we sell you this ETB with the plastic wrap gone, you get it for MSRP. If you want this with the plastic on, you're paying 150 bucks, which I think is fair because that deters scalping. The scalper will not buy a non-sealed box because they know it's hard to resell, nigh impossible to resell. And they won't want to pay $150 because that kills their profit margin. So I actually respect this practice. But unfortunately, it only really works for those standalone small stores. You can't have your Walmarts or your massive corporate chains doing that. Then we have the next point, which is not unique to this, and that is the promotion of gambling. I say this in all my card opening videos. At the end of the day, this is effectively gambling. And if you want a specific card, unless you're completely priced out of it, like the new Umbreon, which is like 1300 USD or something ridiculous, opening packs is generally the worst way to go, and buying the single card is the best route. But the compulsion to gamble to open packs, especially in this situation where the Pokemon Company has not only created God packs where you can pull all 8 Evolutions plus EV SARs in one pack, they've also created demigod packs where you can get at least 3 SARs, or SIRs, sorry. So it's not just the scalpers buying of the product. You have these people that are compulsive gamblers that want to rip hundreds of packs. I remember seeing a post on the Pokemon TCG subreddit of a guy who opened 700 Surging Spark packs to get the Pikachu SIR. 700 packs in Australia would cost you roughly $4,900 at about $7 a pack. The price of the Pikachu SIR from Surging Sparks currently is 670 Australian dollars. This person wanted to rip the pack themselves. Instead of getting to the point where they're like, I'm spending too much money, I'm going to buy the single. You could buy a PSA 10 graded version of the card for 1,145 USD, which is probably 1,500 Australian. They have spent nearly 4 times the price of the PSA 10 to pull it raw themselves because they wanted to rip the packs. And these are the people who are also buying all the packs out. They're buying massive stacks of boxes just to rip them because at the end of the day, they have a gambling problem, but you know, that's not really the TCG's problem. That's just people and the nature of people, but it is a dark element of this product. And there are practices at play here, like God packs, like demigod packs, and even in Pokemon Pocket, you have the God packs, you have variables that the Pokemon Company intelligently puts into their products to make the person think, oh, I can get that. I can get that God pack. This person got that. This person got that on Reddit. I saw it on Reddit. I want to keep opening 10 packs, 15 bucks, 15 bucks, 15 bucks, 15 bucks. And they don't get it. And they're like, damn, I wasted all that money. Now I'm broke and sad. And that is gambling. That is the dopamine that they want to get that they don't receive. Now, does any of this actually matter to the Pokemon Company? Will it actually affect the Pokemon TCG for the rest of time? Probably not. But I just really needed to rant because witnessing the current state of the TCG, including Prismatic Evolutions, is just like really, really bothering me. I myself have a couple of sealed boxes, but I don't have massive amounts of stock of things. I have maybe one of each box that I like. I have one Evolving Skies box, one Fusion Strike box, one Silver Tempest box because they're my favorite sets and I wanted a display box. There are people like me who just have some sealed boxes, but it's not the same as people that have tens and tens or hundreds of boxes, if not cases of these cards. But I really just needed to rant in this video. I wanted to talk about some of the darker sides of the Pokemon TCG, corporate greed, the artificial demand, the price gouging as a result, the scalpers that are contributing to it. Everything is just tarnishing the experience of the average player. And as a community, I think it's up to us to be vocal about this, share our frustrations. Will they be heard? Look, in this unfortunately corporate driven world, probably not. But if we're all on the same page, we can all at least do our best to limit some of the things we can do, which is don't buy from scalpers. Just don't buy from scalpers. If you feel like you really want a card, just buy it. Do not buy hundreds or thousands of dollars of packs because you will most likely 99% of the time be disappointed. But guys, what do you think? Are you as frustrated as me? Let me know in the comments any experiences you've had running into scalpers, just being totally let down by this hobby, by this card game. I'd love to hear your takes. I'd love to hear your opinions. But thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell on the next one. And the next video will be a happier one because it'll probably be a Pokemon Pocket deck video. But thank you guys for watching and goodbye from me and from my balky little son. Take care of yourselves.